at each other?
Yeah, I mean, what we got to understand is if we're not willing to push each other and do that to each other, what makes you think you're going to be willing to do that to the opponent who you don't know? And, like that iron sharpens iron, man. That we out here, we're not trying to play buddy ball with each other. We need to get after each other and make each other better.
There's a coach in you, and then there's a fan in you as well, just being a basketball head. Is there a competition that you kind of your eye kind of wanders to see how they compete and how they go?
Yeah, the black versus the gray is beautiful. Yeah, you talking about individuals?
For sure.
Come on, cut it out, man.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Cut it
I mean, okay, who do you see maybe the most competitive spirit from?
out. You know, Dennis is highly edgy and competitive. Malik is, he's talking, playing. But there's a lot of guys. I mean, the spirit of what we're doing is about competition. There's not really any drills or anything that we're doing out here that isn't speaking to that. So, because that's something that you have to work on too. Because, in today's basketball, we do a lot of drills where it's individuals with cones and different things. So when you come in here, we want the spirit to be competitive, so we know what we're getting ourselves into and understand that this is what we're bringing wherever we go.
Were you happy with what you saw in the 5-on-5, specifically like learning how to play, not learning how to run plays, the read and react? Were you happy with what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of sloppiness right now, but that comes from, the legs are tired. The first thing to go after your legs is your mind. And all of a sudden we want them to be executing and locked in. And that's difficult to do, but there's no excuse. We got to figure it out, and they do. Listen, these guys are trying to do exactly what we're asking of them, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for them as men and as professionals, because I know that is difficult from being somebody who did it for a long time, and we're asking a lot out of them, and they're giving us a lot.
What about the be brave side of things? Are you seeing them taking opportunities, taking risks, and living up to that side?
Yeah, I mean, that comes with pushing yourself and failing. It's like that's difficult because a lot of people like to stay in a nice little comfort zone, and that's not what I want, because that's not what's going to get us to where we want to go. And to a man, I think they're all definitely trying to make sure that they're pushing themselves and they're pushing their teammates.
Defensive principles, you want to play them 94 feet. Offensive principles, you want to get out and run. In the half court, though, offensively, what's your principles there?
Well, I mean, we want to execute. I mean, we have sets and different things like that. Half court is about execution, and if you want to be a really good team in the league, in the regular season you run really fast, and in the postseason you got to execute. So we understand that, and that'll come. I mean, right now we're working on the principles of playing fast. We want to play fast. And then we'll get to the point where, there's execution and we need to make sure we're focused. We're working on that now, yeah, but that's not our primary focus at this moment.
So you're inserting that now and then working on that later. When you say, is that fair to say?
I think that's what I said. Yeah. He's from New York. I see.
Coach, this has been a very vocal camp through 3 days. How hard is that to maintain throughout an 82-game season?
I mean, it's a staple of what we want. So whether it's hard or not is not an excuse. It's what we need to do. Like, one of the key tenets of being a good defensive team is communicating, and early communicating and continuous communication. Like, those are things that we have to do. So whether it's hard or not, doesn't really matter. We got to do it.
Emphasizing free throws a lot. How much does that have to do with wanting to play with pace and that defensive orientation?
Well, we want to get to the free throw line. I think, we got guys who know how to draw fouls. We want to get downhill. We want to make sure they're putting pressure on the rim. But then also another thing the free throws do is they allow you to set your defense. So the more times that we can set our defense, the better position that we put ourselves in, and we're not in transition. And we want to be a good transition defensive team, but if you're at the free throw line, it also allows you to get set and pick up 94 feet. So there's a lot of things there, but one thing that I do know about free throws is you can get back in a game, but you can also kill a game at the same time. So we need to figure out a way to knock them down, and to their credit, they're shooting those while they're tired, and that's what they're supposed to do, and lock in and make them.
Talk about Keegan hunting shots. How much does that include him getting to the free throw line more?
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing is it's like a yin-yang thing. Like, if he hunts the shots, the guys are running at him because he shoots really well. Or if they're running at him, then he gets downhill. Well, if he gets downhill, he's getting on the rim. Well, if he's getting on the rim, they're stopping him and they're fouling him. So there's a give and a take to that. So one thing helps the other thing. He just has to keep on working on it, and he is. So I'm excited what I see from Keegan.
Doug, you always hear play to your strengths. What do you think your strengths are on this team on the offensive side of the ball?
Obviously you have a big man that does a lot of different things. We have 40% shooters. Keegan, Malik can shoot the ball at the high clip. Keon shoots the ball at the high clip. You got Zach LaVine. We got scorers at the same time. We got a closer in DeMar. Like, there are different areas to play into. Now it's about learning how to play without the dribble as much and making sure that the ball is hopping around. So, strength-wise, obviously Domas is a big piece of that because at the center position, his ability to do so many different things plays into that. And now we have a point guard. So when you have a legitimate point guard that understands how to run a team, how to dictate the pace, how to advance the ball, how to get the ball into the right people's hands, like that is a big strength of ours, and we want to play through Dennis and allow him to use his creativity.
What have been your initial impressions of Nique and Maxime, how they kind of fit into the group? It's only 3 days in camp. What have your initial impressions been?
I think that they were fantastic draft picks. I think Max has a huge upside and incredible skill set. I think he'll get out on the court and he's going to earn his stripes and earn his minutes. There's a lot of difference, obviously, between college and the NBA, and you have to learn that. And the only way to do it, you do a little bit in training camp, but the only way to learn is when you're playing against people who don't really like you. So for Nique, I'm always impressed with him because there's so many different ways for him to contribute to the game and get himself into the game. He can score the ball, he can shoot the 3 ball, he can shoot mid-range, he can put the ball on the deck. His reads in the passing game when he's coming off pick and rolls, I think, are way more advanced than we would have probably even anticipated watching him out here with the reads and the roll and the low man and the help. So there's a lot of ways that he can affect the game, and defensively he's solid as well.
Has anything stood out to you about the off-the-court work, whether it's the work your staff is putting in the weight room, anything like that?
I think our staff across the board, from medical to strength and conditioning, all of our assistant coaches, like they're putting them in positions that help them to read the game. And reading is where you learn how to play. Like, we can run a play, but then if you don't know how to read, if you are open or not open, or if the guy went under, or do I reject in this particular instance, and they work on all that. How to play versus reds, how to play versus drops. Those things are important because we don't want to try to figure that out on the stage. We want to figure out in practice, so when we hit the stage, it's second nature.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Coach.